Alright, so once again I'm in my scooter, the Cessna 152. So now I'm taking off quickly for a quick sunset tour around George, and then I want to fly over the coastline, going over Gwaing River mouth and showing oubaai and Heroldsbay, and then we're going to make a turn, where the notorious Voelklip road is, where all the suicide attempts, takes place. And you can see it's a very sunny and warm winter afternoon. Alright, so as we now descend, we're going to fly, not using the Garden Route Mall as a landmark this time, but we're going to make a right turn and we're going to go straight over Pakelsdorp and Thembalethu, across to the coastline. You can see as the afternoon sets in, a lot of sun glare and a lot of sun rays will hamper some visibility, but I will then make this only a 10-minute flight and I will land in George Airport again. As you can see, we're using the normal markers. Knysna Road, again showing the big Pick n Pay on the far behind with Garden Route Mall on your front. You'll see, here we see, I think this is Park Dean and also part of Lavalia in the corner there, and then here's Blue Mountain. Okay, so we're gonna shot through the George, and then we're gonna go straight to the coastline. There's the Garden Route Mall, the highway towards Wilderness. As you can see, busy traffic down below. The notorious bridge where everybody throws rocks onto the highway. Here we approach Thembalethu. And yeah, Thembalethu is it's got quite a view in a sense of it's near the coast, but they don't have their own beaches. Usually all the neighborhoods uses Heroldsbay and Victoria and Wilderness to go to your weekend afternoon swim and weekend morning swim. Alright, so now you'll see that is the road. I don't know what that is, but it's something. Now we're heading straight to the ocean, and then I'm going to make a right turn, and then I'm going to fly alongside the coastline. And you're going to see you see it's already a little bit of foggy for cover, but that's fine. It's usually in the afternoon, if it's a warm day, the fog usually starts forming at the coastline. Sometimes it happens in the autumn that you get a lot of fog for cover, late afternoons and early mornings. There I decided to fly alongside my aeroplane. Look at that view. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to make a little bit of a right turn. You'll see that's Thembalethu. It's a coastline. There's no beaches there. And a little bit of a turbulence, but it's not so bad. And there's a house. I think it's a very expensive house next to the coastline. Alright, and we will see some type of buildings just to keep us, on track. This, I would assume they call this the visual flight instrumentation, where you use your visual eyes to look at the scenery. Now I'm gonna approach. You see, that is Thembalethu. That road leads to a dead stop. I used the motorcycle on that road. I ridden the motorcycle there. Pretty coastline. I think that's, I don't know, but I know that's a very exclusive place. I think that's Ballots Bay too. I'm not sure. I call Ballots Bay just Ballots Bay. Now we're approaching Pakelsdorp, and the coastline that surrounds Pakelsdorp. And then we're gonna get the Gwaing River. That is approaching actually. Oh no, that is the Gwaing River mouth. Yeah, that's Legrand. Legrand. It's one of the new developments that takes place. I don't know why it's not so popular, because it's quite in development and a lot of empty plots for years now. But Legrand will actually soon get its full potential. You'll see that is Gwaing River mouth. They say this river's got the most alkali because it's neighboring the Gwaing River, neighbors the farmland. So, it's just high of alkali. You see the empty plots at Legrand. Here's Oubaai on your right. You see, oubaai is the golf course that was designed by Ernie Els, and it's a neighboring Heroldsbay beach town. This is oubaai in the flesh. You see all the most expensive houses is there bordering the coastal cliffs. Brinkwater Estate also next to them. And then you'll see Heroldsbay Heights on the top. We used to live at Heroldsbay Heights as well. And oubaai, yeah, now you'll see Dolly's. It's a small beach between Heroldsbay and oubaai. You'll see there on the side it's called Dolly's. And it's it's a very tranquil beach. You see approaching Heroldsbay Heights, Monati. I've got a colleague that lives there on the cliffs. We've got family friends that lives in Monati on the cliff there as well. Here's Heroldsbay, a very popular destination for holiday makers, Decembers and through the year. You see the tidal pool on the far side of the left, and now we're approaching the notorious Voelklip Road. I'm gonna make a little bit of a steep right turn. You see, this is the notorious Voelklip Road. You see where my wing is gonna touch base now almost. That's where Heidi went down the cliff. That is the notorious cliff. There we go. My white wing just touched. No, that's the notorious road. That's the cliff. Yeah. That is that was the cliff where Heidi went down, and a lot of other there you go. You see, that's the notorious Voelklip Road from the air. And now we're approaching I think that is the Malgas River. Yeah, it's the Malgas River, and we're just gonna make a U-turn now back to the airport. We're just getting into this slipway to get to the runway's path, and then we're gonna touch down. This was a good 10-minute flight, and before the sun set, it's on this Saturday afternoon. We have to I can't fly at night, so this is gonna be one interesting one. And you're going to see now when we make a turn, you're going to see the airport and the runway, and then we set to descend. So I'm going to just I'm going to start killing the throttle a bit on my scooter, and then I have to make a right turn now towards the runway. I want to keep my RPMs around 1,200, 1,400. I don't ever put the flaps on 10 degrees at all, because I just land with throttle only. I don't need the flaps for now. Approaching the highway, this is the Glentana intersection. You'll see, the Glentana intersection. So I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna land. This should be a perfect landing as well, because the wind calmed down a bit. There's no turbulence. You can see that's George, Otanicwa Mountains, George Airport. And now we're gonna make an approach. and I'm gonna kill the engine soon so that I actually just free fall onto the runway. And that is it. Gonna make a final approach. My RPM is still a little bit too high. I'm gonna cut the throttle until I get to a very nice descending angle and getting lined up through the runway. And I'm gonna touch down. I'm gonna kill the throttle has been killed. Now I'm actually just free. Now I'm idling. Now I'm just using the wind to glide downwards towards the runway.